Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and kind of a small review on this Anker power strip cable management model A91641. So this comes in a really big box. Let's get it opened up. So I do usually like how Anker packages their stuff. Just not used to something this big from Anker. Alright, we got a manual on the bottom. Very well packaged. Very well packaged. Okay, cable management. This thing's big. Cable management and power strip. So there's a switch. Not been too impressed with Anker switches lately on their power strips. This one seems a little hokey, but so let's get it opened. Just pull this lid off. Okay, we've got some things up there on the top of the lid. It's a very kind of slippery lid. Alright, nice heavy duty cord. This is a 6-foot cord with a nice Anker label on it, but it's angled and it's at a 90-degree angle. So when you plug it in something, you can still plug something in underneath it. That's a heavy duty cord. It's got some Velcro. Pretty sure it's going to come out. Man, they really like their logo on stuff. That looks nice. Maybe it can go out either side. So we've got 3 USB ports and 5 AC ports. That's for ventilation. In model number A9164. So this thing's big, big, 11 inches. 5.5, almost 5 3/4. And those plugs, you know, from center to center, they're about 2 inches from each other. 2 inches center to center. And this one's kind of, and then they're about 2 inches that way. To the center is about an inch and a half. That big opening down there is 6 inches by about 2 1/4 inches. Deep, it's about 1 1/4 inches deep. That's about 1 5/8 inches deep. These openings are 2 inches by about 1 1/2 inches. They're the same. Big lid. Now the lid has a front and a back, so these are going to line up with these. And it slides on. It's hard to grip, so it's hard to, I mean, it looks nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, Anker does make some nice looking stuff, but there just needs to be a little grip to get that off. That's a little grippy up there. These, I talked about something magnetic. Let's open these up. These. So it's not magnetic, it's just right here is magnetic. Oh, okay, those are cable managements. More zip ties or more Velcro. So just 3 of these. These would be nice, and they're not a very big opening. 5/8 by 1/4. Very small, but that's the magnet called the cable organizer. It is pretty strong. And then 3 of these Velcro strips. Let's see, do they attach to a cable? Yeah, so they're not like this one. This one comes with a loop in it. This one, I guess you got to make your own loop. Okay, so now with everything installed, you know, it's almost 11 inches, 6 inches tall. And front to back's about 6 inches too. So again, just has an overall feeling of big for a power strip. Comes with a very nice manual. Cable storage. I wonder, so the cables really don't come out the bottom, because that sits, those are rubber feet. It doesn't, it's pretty grippy, but the cables have to come out the back. They have to come out these holes right here. Okay, so I plugged it in. We got some 3 blue lights, surge protection, ground protection. And those lights are accordingly to the switch. When I turn this, so the line is on, there is off, but the switch is kind of loose. That's the only other lights I see on the whole thing. All right, it talks about the magnetic panel up there, cable storage, on-off switch, ground protection light, surge, yep. Power switch. So here's the important stuff. AC. Input, 125 volts AC, 60 hertz, 15 amps. AC output, 60 hertz, 15 amps, 1,875 watts. So that's the maximum this power strip can handle. USB-A outputs, 5 volts, 3.6 amps total. 2.4 amps max each port, which that's not a whole bunch. Surge energy 1,200 joules. Then it gives the exact size, 11.2 by 5.8 by 5.7. And then the other side is a different language. So nice instructions, very simple, just, yeah, big. Okay, so let's just practice plugging some stuff in here. I got a GoPro. So stuff plugs in and looks like you got plenty of room. So I guess it has to be big. So you're gonna plug stuff into this. You know, you got cables, different types of cables. So stuff's gonna be coming out at the top, and then you gotta route it around to the back. I do like that it's kind of hooked. I like that it's hooked like that. You can kind of hook the cable there. So it makes closing that easy. So let's go over some dimensions as far as what's going to be, how tall. So let's measure this. So the lid is 4 3/4. Sorry, 4 3/4. And that lid is going to, it's going to set right there. So 5 3/4 or 4 3/4. That's pretty much right about where those are bent. So you're looking at about 4 from the platform, about 4.5. So by the time you get your brick, your cable coming out 4.5 from that flat surface there. And then you can put other stuff in here. You know, and run these out. And then let's put, so let's say I want this cable to go in this little thing. These are easy to put on. I like that. You know, they're pretty strong. Does it hold the cable? You know, you're going to get it in one spot. I like that it kind of rotates a little bit. It does seem to come off a little bit. Let's try one of these bigger ones. Fits in there well. Doesn't move on there too well. You know, I don't see that. Yeah, that does not hold that very well. That's a pretty big cable, but you know, it's pretty standard of what I'll be using. Yeah, this is kind of grippy up here, not too bad. And then I like that they're magnetic, so because to lift this off, you're going to have to take those off. And then you've got your cables. Has potential. It's big. So thanks everybody for watching.